Alright, so here's part 2 to my DVD collection video. First on this video is Blue Streak, starring Martin Lawrence. I kind of consider this almost a unofficial prequel to National Security, because he kind of plays the same character, and he's kind of like in the same it's kind of the same idea, but I do like National Security a little bit more. Alright, next is the Bourne trilogy. This is the 3 Bourne movies. Bourne, what is it? I forget what they're all called, but I've only ever watched the first one, and it was really good. I'm gonna try watching the other 2 some other time. Alright, next, Jim Carrey, Bruce Almighty. This is pretty good. One of his better films, I guess. Really like it. I've watched it like an infinite amount of times. I think I saw this in theaters too. Cabin Fever, directed by Eli Roth, I think. And this is a pretty good movie. It's kind of like a campy kind of slasher movie, but instead of a person killing people, it's a disease. Alright, another Jim Carrey movie, The Cable Guy. This movie is extremely underrated in my opinion. A lot of people really diss on this movie a lot, but I actually really enjoy it. I've watched it a good amount of times too. Candyman. I haven't actually watched this yet, but this is the special edition of it. It's got a good amount of special features, but I just have not actually watched it yet. But all my friends are saying you gotta watch it. So I probably will at some point soon. I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, another comedy. Adam Sandler and Kevin James. I saw this in theaters. It was pretty funny at the time, but as I've rewatched it like 2 or 3 more times, it's actually not that funny, and it's actually kind of offensive, and like it's really offensive to gay people. Actually, I could imagine they'd be pretty ticked if they saw this. But yeah, it's one of those movies where I watch it for about a half hour, then turn it off. Next, Children of the Corn. I did a full review of this on my channel if you want to go check it out. But yeah, check it out. It's on my channel, a review of it. Child's Play, 20th edition. This is an awesome movie. This edition has lots of special features on it too, which is cool. Probably maybe one of my favorite slashers of the 80s. And then this is like a little killer DVD collection thing of number 2, 3, Bride of Ensita of Chucky. I actually love the Child's Play and Chucky series. They're all really fun movies. I enjoyed them all. I watched all 5 within a 2-day span. Citizen Kane. I don't really know what to say about this. 2-disc edition. I couldn't say anything about this that hasn't been said already. It is considered one of the greatest movies of all time. That's why I bought it. Clerks. This is in my top 10 comedy video. Go check it out. I also did a full review of it on my channel. Check that out too. Creepshow. George A. Romero and Stephen King did this. This is an anthology, and it's one of the better anthologies out there. It's pretty awesome. There's some really good stories on it. My favorite is Something to Tide You Over, which I think is like the 3rd or 4th one. I'm also going to get Creepshow 2, and I think there's a 3rd one out. Alright, The Dark Knight. This is a pretty big movie when it came out, as you guys probably all know. I've watched it like 2 or 3 times. No, wait, once in theaters and probably like 3 times outside theaters. It is a good movie. It's not one of my favorite movies, but I do enjoy it. Dawn of the Dead. This is the sequel to Night of the Living Dead, which I showed you earlier in that tin I had. It's a special edition, but there really isn't any special features on it at all. But it does have a cool, shiny case, so I guess that's the special feature or something. It's a good movie. One of those really fun ones that it's really easy to watch, real fun. Definitely recommend that. Day of the Dead, which is the sequel. This is also a good one. This was made in the 80s at some point. This one's a lot more creepy feeling to it than Dawn of the Dead, which is more kind of just fun, zombie shoot 'em up kind of movie. This also has I've heard a lot of people say this has the greatest like cannibal zombie scene of all time, and it is pretty graphic and really gory. So definitely check that movie out too. The Day the Earth Stood Still. This is the remake, but the reason I bought this is for the original because it comes with it. I do like both of the movies, only the original is much better. Disturbia, the unofficial remake of Rear Window. I do enjoy this movie. I've seen it in theaters, and then I watched it probably like 3 or 4 times outside of theaters, and I do enjoy it every time. Next is Dracula, 75th edition. I showed this in the last little update that I had that I did earlier today, and this is a good movie. I enjoy it. This is an awesome addition to have it of it too. It has lots of special features, and it also includes the Spanish version, which I haven't watched yet, but I'm going to make time for it soon. Drag Me to Hell. This is directed by Sam Raimi. I haven't watched this yet. I just got it not too long ago. Actually, no, I bought it quite a while ago, but forgot that I bought it until just like a week or two ago. Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber. Check out my top 10 video on comedies. I love this. This is the uncut version. It has, I think, 10 extra minutes or something. The Exorcist. Check out my first top 10 video, or top 5, sorry. This is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's awesome. It's great. It really scared me the first time I watched it too, which is something that doesn't really happen much with horror movies. This is kind of one of those letdown sequels, but I am going to try getting all the Exorcist movies, Exorcist 3, and then Exorcist the Beginning, which I think was a prequel. Evil Dead. This is just a basic edition of it out. That's done by Anchor Bay. It comes with a booklet that is like interview with the 3 girls from it. Check out my top 5 videos. And then here's the collector's edition of it, the Ultimate Edition. 3 discs. Comes with a poster. And this is awesome. This is like must-have for Evil Dead fans. It has 2 versions of the film in different aspect ratios. And then bonus disc with all special features on it. And then every disc, the other 2 discs with the movies on them, has special features on there too. So just like hours and hours of special features. Forrest Gump. Again, check out my top 5s video, which was my first video. This is the collector's edition. 2 discs, lots of special features and stuff. There's this new edition out of it. It's like a chocolate box, and it smells like chocolates apparently, and has like a feather or whatever in it. I'm gonna work on getting that. Fanboys. This is a pretty fun one. It's like if you're like a Star Wars fan, this is kind of like the ultimate geek out kind of thing. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but like I know the movies kind of well, because I used to watch them all the time when I was a little kid with my dad. This is a pretty fun movie. I've watched it twice. The Final Destination trilogy. Number 1 is good, number 2 is good, and number 3 is just kind of meh. I'm also going to get the 4th one in 3D sometime. It's not like on top of my list of things to get, but I will get it. These movies are pretty cool. Good death scenes. The Fog, John Carpenter. This is the original, not the remake. I haven't seen the remake yet. Yeah, this is a pretty cool movie. Not his best movie, but it is still pretty good. It has good special features on it too.